This is the inaugural New Green Frontier Cannabis Conference hosted by SmallCapPower, and joining us now is Jeffrey Mascio, the President and CEO of Cannabis One. Jeffrey, welcome.
Thank you.
Give us an introduction to Cannabis One. What do you do? Where are you placed?
So Cannabis One is a Colorado corporation that is focused on the branding and the retail space of the cannabis industry. So our model is very much parallel to what would be the alcohol model after Prohibition. And when we look at the alcohol industry, we believe that the cannabis industry is moving in the same direction. And we believe that the consumer that consumes alcohol is the same consumer that consumes cannabis, and they consume it in the same way. They look for the brands that they recognize, that they are comfortable with, that they are familiar with, and they procure them at locations that are close to them, that are familiar to them, and they're frequent customers. So that's our business model going forward in paralleling what was the alcohol industry after Prohibition.
What's your game plan to stand out as a brand?
Well, our game plan is to accumulate the best of all brands that are available today. So we believe that if we go out and we find the brands that have excelled so far in the retail space in the United States, and we attract all of those brands to come together, we will have distribution from those brands, we will have the highest quality from those brands, and we will bring on the best leadership from those brands. And those brands will become all of our brands under Cannabis One, more of a house of brands rather than a branded house, much like a Constellation Brands is a branded house, a house of brands rather than a branded house, like Coca-Cola would be a branded house.
And in that house of brands, you have some 500 plus products. Talk to us about that.
So we have under LOI, now all of them haven't been completely aggregated, and we believe that we will do that after our RTO that is scheduled to close here, well, as soon as the CSE gives us approval, but we have submitted. But those brands are spread out over the states of Washington, Colorado, Nevada, and Oregon, and California. And we have made the acquisitions, or soon to make the acquisitions, of manufacturing in 5 states with in excess of 100,000 square feet of capacity, and distribution into nearly 50% of all retail legal right now. So with all of those brands, we have roughly 500 SKUs and available in their own jurisdiction, and then hopefully within the next year, we believe that the interstate commerce will be possible, and then we can now move all of those brands into the jurisdictions that we just described.
Are you interested in the health and wellness and the pain management market of cannabis?
We certainly are, but it is our belief that as soon as the federal government, and we believe that it will be very soon rather than years from now, maybe 12 months from now, once the federal government removes the prohibition of cannabis, then the big pharma and the areas that focus on medicine will take over in that area. They will come in and be able to do more research on a plant that has been not studied. They will be able to take the cannabinoids out. They can turn them into pharmaceutical drugs that are best suited for the pharmaceutical industry. So we will take a different approach that will be focusing on the retail channel of cannabis and the branding of cannabis rather than the commodity of the cannabis plant and the processes by which it turns into the products that we want to sell.
So with all that going for you, any plans to take your growth story to the public?
Yes, as I was mentioning, we've completed we're in the process of completing an RTO with Metropolitan Energy, which will be hopefully by the end of this year, we will be listed on the CSE. We've already submitted our listing statement, and we'll be trading under CBIS as soon as possible.
Wonderful. Wish you all the best. Thank you for your time.
Wonderful. Thank you. Appreciate it.